Morning Commission, it's John Marra, 39 New Outlaw Drive, Timberlake. I want to speak here about the sexennial revaluation. I know my personal property went up 84%, which is ridiculous. My neighbor went up 112%. Some of these things I just don't understand the justification. We're still waiting on the auditor's office to give me the numbers and how they arrived at evaluation. I went to the preliminary here, and again, to no avail, nothing was accomplished because I brought accounts with me and so forth. He said, well, that's all good, but unless you have an appraisal, you can't do any adjustments, or unless you have some dimensional errors or some other information that we have wrong, we cannot make any corrections on it, so we can't make an adjustment. They should get to the Board of Divisions, which I will be doing. Again, so my property value, I got nowhere with that. But what I understand is some questions that I have that I know you gentlemen won't be able to answer, and really no one will be able to answer. It's just probably the state representatives that put all these laws in order. But because of House Bill 920, with this sexennial increase, what we're going to do is we're going to realize an unvoted tax. And it's going to be a tax that basically is an inflationary tax that's going to be put on everybody. The problem is with the 20 mil floor, everyone's valuations right now, Willoughby Lake School, for example, they're a little bit above the 20 mil floor. Well, once they get the state to look at that, they're going to come in under the 20 mil floor, they'll readjust it, which means that everybody's taxes will then go up accordingly. And again, in my particular instance, 61% of my property tax goes to Willoughby Lake School District, which I have no problem supporting schools, but here's the problem. We voluntarily voted for these levies to support the schools. And then what they do is they put it on property taxes. Now, if we don't pay our property taxes in 3 years, okay, and I'm not saying Lake County's going to do it, but basically we're going to get, we're going to have to get foreclosed on. And again, a person that has their house paid for their whole life, that's supposed to be their investment, they're supposed to want to pass it on to the next generation of family. Can't do that because now they may lose that house if they run into a financial problem for 3 years and then they can't pay the tax. And again, that's all state law that says that if you don't pay the tax, they foreclose on you. And I understand why we have to get penalized for voluntarily voting to support our schools. And they basically said, well, if you don't pay the money that you voluntarily said you're going to help us support, we are going to take your house away from you if you don't pay. I mean, that is ludicrous. I don't understand that. The other thing is the schools. I mean, when is it ever going to be enough? You know, Willoughby Lake School has a $100 million budget. Okay, out of that they use all their money. They never have any extra. They've got over $100 million in bonds that they're going to have come due. Most of them are going to come due in the year 2040 is when the maximum is due. And they keep rolling them over. There's no way feasible that they're going to be able to ever come up and pay those bonds back. And the interest keeps accruing. So we have a major problem. Again, we need to look at it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.